that particular day, I woke up that morning. I said, Lord, I want to see through the eyes of the Holy Spirit for 60 seconds. I just want to see what the Holy Spirit sees, for 60 seconds. I want to see through his eyes. So, after I said that prayer, I was getting up, getting dressed, and, getting ready to go do my job and whatnot. And they end up, which has never happened before ever in prison, but they end up telling us we didn't have to go to work that day. I don't know, for some reason, but we didn't have to go to work. So, after getting dressed or whatever, I'm like, okay, so I'll go back in my cell, and I close the door and I began praying again. Like, Lord, let me see what happened. I said, Lord, let me see through the eyes of the Holy Spirit. Let me see through the eyes of the Holy Spirit for 60 seconds. I just want to see what you see, Father. So I'm praying this prayer, praying. Next thing you know, I'm praying, then I start speaking in tongue, and then, I started feeling like, I don't want to say it's a weight, because it wasn't a weight, but it was just like I was like drained in the spirit. Like I was just like, I don't know. It's like when you soaked in his presence, and like I said, people that know, they know what I'm talking about, but you just feel like you just saturated in his presence. So I got up on my bed, on my top rack, and I was laying down, and I saw I just saw like a image of Christ. It was like a silhouette. I'm laying in my bed and my hands was like this, and I could see in my right side like a silhouette of Christ. I can't explain. I just know it was like the silhouette of a man, and I felt such a peace, and I felt power, and I began to say, "Oh my God, this image is Jesus Christ. It's Jesus Christ." At that time, I didn't know. I knew about Yeshua, but I didn't call him. I called him Jesus. I don't want to say Greek name, but I called him Jesus. So when that happened, I felt my body. I felt my soul getting sucked out of my body, and I get sucked up out of my body, and I could see like my body, like it happened so fast. It happened like boom, I was gone. And when it was completely dark, it was completely black, nothing was there, and I saw a fire. Now the fire that I saw was like when you see fire on the eyes of a normal person, you can see like the fire raising up. Well, I was like over top of the fire, and I'm looking down at it, and in the side of the fire, I seen a demonic face, and I'm like, okay. And then I heard the same voice that spoke to me when I was walking up the steps. He said, "That's Satan trying to stop you from seeking my face." And he said, "Rebuke him from seeking he said, "Rebuke him." So I said, "Get behind me, Satan." And then that face came out the fire, and it went behind me. Then everything got black again, right? Then I saw this light. Now this light was the brightest light I've ever saw in my entire life. It was, but I could look directly into it, and it was like right before my face. And I was like the size of a molecule, like an atom, compared to how big and bright this light was. And the wings, and then there were wings that were like, the light was in the middle, and on the sides were these wings, right? So I'm looking at these, I'm looking at the wings, and the wings open up, and the light gets brighter.